Good morning, welcome to prayer part 3. Apologies, I'm not in my dog collar, I'm in my dog walking shirt, which is a second best. So this is a second go at be still. And I had to think about it, how I would approach these words. This is not what the Hebrew says, this is how I would want to appreciate to approach, to somehow appreciate what the Bible is saying. And it is learn to be still and learn to know that I am God. Learn to be still and learn to know that I am God. So learn to be still. We live in a media-soaked generation, and we're quite new to this historically. My dad, who's 95, remembers the time before mains electricity when there were only wind-up gramophones, and to listen to the radio you took your accumulator, your lead-acid battery. No, it wasn't yours. You got it from the grocer's shop and you used it, and then you returned it for a charged one. And to listen to the radio together, you put the headphones in a soup bowl, which projected the sound so the family could just about hear. That is a very different way of receiving media from what we now do. And there's lots of it about. And I think that it's a major factor in our lives that shapes us. In our teens and 20s, we find ourselves through sound and vision. In our perhaps the middle part of life, there may be children around, so there's their media, our media, and children not giving us much space. Great, because we need to be with them. And then in later years, there can be a place where we are on our own, alone, and we just want to fill our lives with sound because of the awfulness of being alone. All of these making it difficult to find stillness. And you just have to do what you can. And I would say, try to make special stillness. So if you're young, if any younger people are listening to this, watching this, just have a gap, a fast from media, and just be still. Grab those moments when you can, when children and there's lots going on in the house. And when you're on your own, or if you're on your own, maybe you can make some special stillness. When you light a candle, you have, right, okay, I'm going to turn the radio and the television off, I'm just going to be still, but this is special stillness. I'm not sure that helps or not. We need all the help we can to find stillness because of the age we live in. So we need to find, to help ourselves. And if we're going to have a regular time of stillness, we need to have a sort of routine. I notice I'm much better at my morning stillness because that's part of my morning routine than my afternoon stillness, which, to be honest, doesn't often happen. So find a place where you're going to be still, a prayer chair, a place in the house, or if you have the luxury. This was built really as a sort of greenhouse, but it didn't quite work because the plants breathed moisture too much. And then it just became my prayer place because there wasn't really an easy place within the house. And coming here is just so important to me. Maybe light candles. I have a bit of a passion to light 3 candles in a sort of nod to the Trinity. Sort of sense of God being in the three and between the three, perhaps more between than in. Anyway, the focal candlelight. Anyway, I'm not sure. The candles are important. The natural world, I'm more in touch with the natural world here. I can hear the birds. There's a little bit of a distant view, only about the size of a penny piece held at arm's length across to the Arbourthorne estate. But that's important. Images are important. I have images in my Bible that I look at, part of my reflection. Icons can be really important. Images from the Bible, reading the Bible and connecting with the images and the words and phrases, just spending time with those little phrases that come alive from the page, just reading them over a few times, dwelling on them, sort of lectio divina approach. Words and prayers. I have various things stuck up in various places in the chalet, which I sometimes just see and use the prayer. And within my Bible, I have some special prayers that I use every day. I mean, liturgy is another way of doing that. So we need all the help we can to find that place of stillness, because it is in that place of stillness that we learn to know that God is God. And it's been really important to me to have this sort of regular place of connection with God. And that has enabled me to rethink and reshape a lot of understanding of God. We do need an understanding of God. I think it's lovely that the word uses know rather than understand. It's not be still and understand God. Understanding God is important. Having good theology, which takes us in the right direction, is important. But it's always that knowing, that deeper encounter with God that is important. And I think comes primarily through prayer. So learn to be still with all the difficulties there are and there will be in your life. Learn to be still and learn to know that God is God. And that will be a transforming experience.